Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here. Today we are going to do a get ready with me how I do my makeup for Disney World. The very first step after washing your face, because I have already cleansed my face and everything is clean, is to moisturize. I use, especially when I'm traveling, I use this Neutrogena Visibly Clear Pink Grapefruit Oil-Free Moisturizer. It is oil-free and I tend to have oily skin. After we've done that, the ever-important suntan lotion. So I have SPF in my sunscreen, I have SPF in my primer, and SPF in my foundation. So there's a lot of SPF going on. If I'm going to be outside all day, especially when the sun is very direct, then I absolutely use it. Of course, in Florida, very sunny, very close to the equator, very direct sun. We're gonna put some sunscreen on and have it on all day. I quite like this one from Hawaiian Tropic. Again, like I said, I have oily skin, so I don't want an oily sunscreen, which many of them can be. This is Airsoft Face. So it comes out kind of like a mousse. It's very light, very airy, and doesn't leave any sort of oiliness. So we're just gonna get that everywhere, particularly on my cheekbones, because I get brown spots on my cheekbones quite easily. But here's the big tip. After you have applied anything to your face, well, any sort of liquidy based thing, fan your face, get it all dry. So after we've done the sunscreen, we are going to go in with the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Makeup Primer. So I do apply this differently after I've put on sunscreen. I have quite sensitive eyes, so I use a clean finger that has not touched any of my skin so far and apply the primer directly to the eye area. And then I will continue to add it to the rest of my face as per normal. It's just my eyes are a little bit sensitive. And again, we are going to fan it out. Fan, fan, fan. Keep fanning and fanning until everything is very, very dry and set in place. Then we can go in with the foundation. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection 16-hour wear foundation in Fair. I forget what number this is, 2 or 3. Actually, if it's summer, it's 3. Warm beige is what I use. We just put a couple drops around the whole face, and then we use that blending sponge to blend it in. Just pat, 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 pat forever, all over your face. Get it all in there. And then, after it's all over, we're going to do the same as before. We are going to fan it out. After the foundation, I go in with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. This is in the number 1, I believe, Fair. This goes all under the eyes, down the nose, in the whole T-zone. And then again, we buff it in. Now that we've got all of our liquidy type things all over our face, we are going to, you guessed it, fan it out. Now that we've done all of the wet application, we're going to move on to our dry, starting with Collection Sheer Loose Powder. Now the way I apply this is I get a brush, get a little bit on the end, and then pat it into the skin. I don't smear it on. That has never worked for me. That's why I don't use a brush in putting on my foundation. Everything has to be pat in for me and my skin type for it to stay in place. So I just get this everywhere. I will do the strokes on the neck, and for some reason that just isn't as affected as much. But just pat it in everywhere, all over the face, and get everything all set in place. Now that we've set everything with the loose powder, the next thing I want to do is go in with a little bit of bronzer. So I've got quite a plain white face now. We want to add some depth and warmth and tone to it with this Maybelline Sun bronzer, I believe it's called. It's a multi-tone bronzer. I just go in with a really large brush, give it a zhuzh around the palette, and then take it around my hairline and across my cheekbones. Next, we are going to go in with the Master Sculpt Contouring Palette. I believe this is by Maybelline. We're just going to get some of that matte brown, go in and do the cheekbone contouring all around the forehead and a little bit under the chin. We're just going to blend that in. Blend in as much as we can. Next, we're going to go in with the Maybelline New York Fit Me blush. But we go in with that right all over our cheekbones. And then it is time for the eyebrows. I'm going to start by just brushing those eyebrows in place. And then we're going to go in, here's my secret, I use an eyeliner pencil. I know. I don't see why I can't use an eyeliner pencil. But this one is the eyeliner pencil in raw gray. So we start by tracing out the shape of the eyebrow and just ever so slightly fill it in. This particular eyeliner pencil, I find it to be actually quite oily. But because I'm going to put powder over it, it works for the eyebrows. I wouldn't want to use it as an eyeliner. That's just me. But it lets me draw the shape that I want and stays in place. And I can be quite light and keep a lot of product. So you do have to be quite light if you're using this method. So we're just going to shape out those eyebrows, and then I go in with the Maybelline Master Brow Pro palette. You can see I use a lot of that product right in the center, deep brown, and we go over the drawn eyebrows. And that gets it set in place. Nothing is moving here. After I've filled in the whole brow, there is a much paler color, which I will use to do the highlight areas. We'll put that on the brow bone, as well as in the corner of the eye. It's time to do my hair. There we go, hair's done. Then it is time for my favorite part, eyeliner and mascara. I use the Maybelline New York Line Stiletto eyeliner and the classic Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in Blackest Black. Ever so slightly, a little bit of tension on the corner of the eye, and then drag the pen across the lid. I can't do this from far away, that mirror, so I have to go walk somewhere else, but someday I might give you a close-up look of how I do my eyeliner. Then it's time for mascara. Classic mascara application here. Nothing fancy. We're done. Hair's done. Except, oh, we forgot something. Ears, because we're in Disney World. We need some ears, which is great when you have a little bit of some crazy hair action going on. You can hide it with some ears. And that is it. That is how I do my Disney World makeup. We are coming up really quickly on a Disneyland Paris trip. Yes, another Disney trip is coming up, and some of these techniques are a little bit changed, so maybe I'll do another little makeup get ready with me. There are more videos coming, travel and Disney related, and so I hope you check those out. There are links in the description for other videos from our Disney World trip. Check those out. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!
Have a magical day!